Hello and welcome to the Homemade Songwriter. I'm Matt, and today we're going to talk about how to develop your ideas, how to take your song seeds and turn them into lyrics. Now this video was inspired by this comment, so if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to talk about, then feel free to leave them in the comment section. If you've been following this channel for any length of time and have put anything into practice, then by now you probably have a list of song seeds saved somewhere on your phone or in a list on your notebook, something like that. Song seeds are something that we talk about a lot on this channel because I think it's the first step in writing a song. Now if you have no idea what I'm talking about, a song seed is basically an idea or a song title or a lyric, just some kind of starting place for you to begin writing your song from. And you come up with these and write these down not in the writing room itself, but actually just during everyday life. As a songwriter and a musician, you should be living your life and viewing the world through the creative lens, through a lens of songwriting. So as you're doing that, you should be collecting ideas, collecting words that are inspiring to you, song title ideas, anything like that, collecting it, putting it in a singular place. I keep it in a note on my phone, but you could keep it in your songwriting journal or anywhere you want. But what this does is it makes the writing process a lot easier, because when you actually sit down to write a song, you're not staring at a blank page wondering, what should I write about? You have a whole list of ideas and topics that you can choose from. And whichever one strikes you that day, you say, I'm going to write that song. If that's a completely new topic or idea to you as a songwriter, then definitely check out the description. We got a link to 30 songwriting prompts to jumpstart your creativity. This is basically a list of 30 song seeds. Take that, download it. It's completely free, and I think it'll be a big help. So here you are. You got your song seeds. You finally got some time to write, or you scheduled some time to write. You've perused your list and chosen the idea that strikes you. You've poured yourself a nice beverage, and you've set the mood in your writing room. Now all that's left is to turn that idea into a song. But how do you do that? How do you go from an idea or maybe a word or couple of words into lyrics, verse, chorus, bridges, all that kind of stuff? Today we're going to walk through a quick and easy way to do that. Very simple. I'm a big fan of the KISS system, keep it simple, stupid. So this is a very elementary, simple way to take those ideas, take those song seeds, water them, and tease them out into a full song. And speaking of elementary, I think I actually learned this system in elementary school, probably learning how to write a paper and how to take a main idea and grow it into a paper or something like that. It's basically taking the brainstorming process and making it visual into like a map. I've heard it called a mind map, so that's what I'm going with. Today we're going to create a mind map to flesh out your idea. Okay, so here we are. Got a blank sheet of paper. You can do this in your songwriting journal, on your computer, or whatever. Just for the purpose of this video, got a big old sheet of paper. So I'm going to go to my list of song seeds that I've got. I'm just going to choose one for an example. Let's do, this one says, If We Lived on the Moon. So that's just kind of a title idea or idea for a story song. So what you want to do is put that main idea right in the middle of the paper. So there's your main idea. Now you just want to kind of brainstorm anything that comes to mind about this topic and kind of branch them off into their own little circles around it. So as I'm doing this, first thing I thought of was space, which made me think of planets and stars actually kind of gave me sort of a lyric idea. If there's a story of two people living on the moon, if we lived on the moon, what's their love story up there? You know, there might be a lyric like, the stars don't shine as bright as you, or you're the brightest star that I see. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that off of the stars circle. So I just put that one in quotes because to me that's a potential lyric idea. I may not use it, but this is something I'm creating a map full of ideas and full of related topics to the main idea that I can use as I'm writing, kind of throw them in there if I need help or if I need a jumping off place in my individual parts of the song. So I thought about gravity, and gravity made me think of, there's less gravity, you kind of move slower, and so if you were falling on the moon, you kind of fall slower. So I'm thinking about the context of a love story. You could say, I'm falling slowly for you. May work, may not work, but I'm going to put it down. So in this one I was thinking about distance, which made me think about long distance relationships, and this is like long distance love. This would be the longest distance love. Think about how high space is above the earth, so it led me to an idea of higher than cloud 9. Living up here, if we're living on the moon, I'm higher than cloud 9 being here with you. So this one I'm just kind of exploring, what would daily life be like? I'm thinking about what it is they're on the moon. You've heard of the Sea of Tranquility. It's not an actual ocean, but you think about with a love story, you want to live by the ocean, you want a seaside cottage and get an ocean view. Tranquility makes me think of peace. So there might be some kind of wordplay or something that I could use in the song using this idea. So leave no stone unturned. Here I am. I thought of rocket, made me think of an astronaut, which made me think of a helmet, which made me think, how are they going to kiss? So not necessarily a valid idea, but if we lived on the moon, that would be a concern. So we're just brainstorming and putting anything you can think on here. These are all ideas and topics related to the main idea of the song. So here, just continuing to brainstorm. I'm thinking of shooting stars and space, or planets, ringed planet, Saturn, which made me think of put a ring on it. Again, I'm kind of tying the whole space and relationship thing together. So this process can continue for as long as you want it to, but you can see there's a lot of different pockets of ideas here. There's the higher than cloud nine, I'm falling slowly for you, you're the brightest star I see. You put a ring on it, exploring the daily life of what it'd be like if we lived on the moon. I'd probably start each verse with if we lived on the moon, and then I'd kind of explore maybe one of these ideas. So that's kind of where this becomes helpful, is that now you begin writing, you begin doing your normal kind of mumbling and saying words and playing music and putting it all together, but you have something to look at, something to give you cues on what could come next. So, this could be a verse, and then this could be a verse, and then maybe a bridge is, the problems that would have happened if we lived on the moon. So ultimately, this is a visual way of brainstorming ideas that are related to your song seed. So now you can see it's like if this was a seed, it's like we watered it and it's began to grow. This isn't the only way to do this, and this isn't necessarily the best way to do this, but to me, this is a really simple way to do this. And if I'm ever stuck in songwriting, oftentimes if I got my journal and I'm writing lyrics over here on this side, I'll go ahead and do something quick like that and list out a bunch of ideas so I have somewhere to keep referring to as I'm writing. Again, this is kind of a silly example. I don't know if this song could turn into anything. I'm sure it could with the right lyrics and the right ideas, but now you do this for as long as you want and as big as you want, and you'd be surprised with the amount of depth that you can dig into an idea and pull out of it. So give it a try. So I hope that process makes sense and is helpful. This is something that, I don't expect you every time you write a song to pull out a piece of paper and draw circles and make this big map. It's a process that you do and you learn and you get it ingrained in your mind and your body. And as you move on in your songwriting journey, eventually you're not doing this. It's kind of happening automatically, right? So as you're writing lyrics and as you're going through the songwriting process, maybe you're jotting down ideas in the margin or just taking mental notes, but this is a process that you just get better and better at, and then it becomes an automatic system. So I hope that helps. That's just one way to take those ideas and turn them into full songs, turn them into lyrics. There are obviously a ton of ways to do this, but I'm a fan of the simple, and I think that's a really easy way to do it. Don't forget to grab your songwriting promise from the description. That's it for this one. Keep writing, and we'll see you in the next one.